Hello everyone, welcome back to my NetSec YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you a little bit about the Tenable product, Cloud Security. I had a chance to work on this product recently and I really like it. I do see lots of potential for this product. I used lots of Tenable product, Nessue, vulnerability management, web application, scanning, those kind of tools. Cloud security seems it's a new product coming, and 2 years ago, October 2023, Tenable acquired Ermetic with a price 265 million. You do able to see those blog posts regarding this acquisition. So let's get Tenable get into the cloud security market. I believe they're still working on it, but it already became pretty good now. So that's why I decided to make a video for it, just show you how it looks like. This is the portal, the documentation side. Even with the documentation side, you won't be able to access it directly. So it does require you log in first, and then you can work on. For now, let's jump into it. I'm gonna give you an example how it works with Azure infrastructure, which I'm gonna present it in this video. Just show you basic idea how it's working, how the integration works, how it can be used to scan your whole Azure infrastructure. There are not many documentation or even videos to show this product. I'm going to use this opportunity to just quickly show some basic idea, basic steps, how you can get this product to scan your cloud infrastructure. There's a quick start guide. We won't be able to go through it. Since we are gonna using Azure as an example, so I'm gonna more to show you how we can connect into Azure environment. There's something you need to know is about the license. There are different type of license in Tenable JIT, CIEM. I'm using standard as an example, but there's a difference between standard and the price, of course, and the price is highest license you can get. From what I can tell, not much difference, mostly will be covered by standard. It does have some different with admission controller for the KSPM part. It also has a little bit difference on the scan workload on site, but since we are using cloud, so this won't make much difference. If you wanted to scan Kubernetes workload, you can through the agent. We are not gonna use an agent this scan for Kubernetes, so this won't make much difference here again. So there are two types of scanning, agentless and agent-based scan for Kubernetes. In this video, I'm more focused on agentless scan. So now let's go to Tenable Cloud Security and start the integration. Now we are in the Tenable Cloud Security dashboard. We are new here. That means we don't have any cloud environment added in. For this lab, we're gonna add Azure environment. It's better you have global admin role, so you can finish all your lab here. Go to the settings. There are a couple ways to add it. Account, integration. There are lots of integrations you can do. Of course, you can integrate with cloud providers. You also can integrate identity providers. If you add Azure organization, then they will ask you Microsoft Entra ID tenant. So basically, you need to add your tenant ID first. So click here to add it before you proceed to add your organization. So you can add it here. If you don't want to do that, same thing, you can go to the integration here, Entra ID, then add a Microsoft Entra ID. You can come here. So I'm gonna using the NetSec as my Entra ID tenant name. So this is public, of course, depending on the domain. So if it is on their domain, or maybe I can add another Microsoft Entra ID tenant, since we are using different Entra ID tenant that my user belongs to. So grant. So I'm gonna pick this account. So permission requested. They are view, read, all read permissions you need to give to this Tenable Cloud Security connector. Remember this, we're gonna use in that later on. Again, it's better to use global admin account to do this kind of integration because there are lots of permission need to be granted. Here it says consent is required to add tenant. In that way, we're gonna go back to our Entra ID page here. Let's look at our enterprise applications. So you will see this Tenable Cloud Security connector. That's the one we just added in. We grant the permission, but we didn't grant admin consent yet. So that's why we come here. Properties. Permissions. Grant admin consent for default directory. That's my directory, default directory. Okay. Grant consent. Login again. Accept. So we already granted through admin consent, grant an administrator, all have been granted. Now we can try to add it again. Tenant ID. It's working on Tenable Cloud Security. Perfect. Now we add Microsoft Entra ID tenant. It's connected, so it does take a little bit time. We did twice grant admin consent to get this Entra ID added into our subscription. If you met this issue, which asking you to grant admin consent, even you did it, so just do it again. Next step, we're gonna do the organization. So let's go to the settings again. Integrations, Azure organization, add Azure organization. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick the Entra ID we already connect to, then go to next step, organizations details. We gave it the name as a NetSec, which automatically already gave it, automatically update the management group structure. Okay. So here is a permission for future. So we're gonna enable all, no matter what, we are testing it. So why not? We're gonna have monitoring, read only. We're gonna have data resource scanning, workload protection, remediation, just-in-time access, all the features, all permissions. What this page will do is it's gonna ask you to grant different permissions based on your selection. So if you just want to do workload protection. That probably just a very specific permission you will need. But since we are testing, we get everything in. Here is the interesting part. There's a different way you can do. You can use in ARM, you can use in PowerShell, you can use in manual through Azure portal to grant roles for your app. Let's do this one. Of course, we need to sign in. Tenable already make this very simple to do. Tenant root group. You don't have authorization perform action. Management group. Let's take a look what the management group we have. So we have one subscription, but under it we have a couple of management groups. For those 3 management groups, we don't have any subscription with it. So for now, to easy, we're gonna add our subscription into this management group. So in this case, we can choose this management group, PRD. Let's refresh it. Okay, perfect. So let me come back here. We can choose product, region. So principal ID, Tenable Cloud Security Connect Application Service, principal ID. Let's go back to Azure to get that. Property. Basically, that's the object ID. So we're gonna copy that. We're gonna put it in. Here's the permission. We give true since we need all of them. Next. 10 resources. Create. So we're submitting the deployment. Now deployment is in progress. Okay, go to management group. Yeah, that's the same principal ID. Create. Wait until deployment is completed. Okay. By the way, if you want to do it manually, you can see what you will need to do. You can come into manual Azure portal. You can use an IAM portal to assign roles to Tenable Cloud Security Connector. And you will need to create a custom role as well. So this maybe we can verify that in the future. But anyways, we use the ARM Azure portal to finish that. Go to next, which is much simple. So we're gonna sync all calendar future subscription. Organization that's configured successfully. They have some warning. It's those role assignment are missing on the root management group, which are fine. We don't have to do it because we gave it to, we only have one subscription. We gave it to a specific management group, PRD prod. So we should be good here. Then we can close, connect it. You see this one, add it. If you want to change anything here, you will be able to do that. You also can verify the permissions, roles we grant to. So everything looks good. If now you go back to dashboard, you will see this. We are currently processing data in the account. Stay tuned. What it's gonna do is the Tenable Cloud Security. They're gonna using that connector and connecting to your environment and then starting to do the asset discovery. For each asset they found, if it's in a scope, then we'll do risk analysis and threat detection, compliance check, vulnerability scanning, all those things, they're gonna find out misconfigurations, vulnerabilities, outdated components, and permissions, or any non-compliance configurations, and then give you the visualized report to show you what the finding is. So it might take a couple hours to get it done. So we're gonna come back and I will show you result once that's done. It has been 2 hours since I started cloud security scanning to my Azure infrastructure. Now you can see we did get some findings. There's no critical, there's high, medium, and the low findings. I'm pretty sure the scanning is still ongoing. So here is a scanning method. We are using agentless scan. You do able to use agent-based analysis scanning for workload protection. For the VMs, it says Tenable attempt to scan every virtual machine as soon as 24 hours have elapsed from the previous scan. But the first scan usually taken faster, a couple hours. For Kubernetes or for the data, even probably gonna take a longer time to get scanned. We can take a look at data protection. Every 2 to 7 days. So that data scan frequency, we can take a quick look at the like virtual machines. You will see here we have a couple virtual machines, Linux test 1 and the Windows test 1, and also we have Kubernetes VM here. There's a cloud finding page that will show you all findings. Storage account, managed disk, Entra ID delayed SQL Server, storage account, Defender. So there's quite a bit findings here, which gonna give us an idea how your cloud infrastructure looks like. If you go to Explorer, you can see virtual machine image, container software, and the Kubernetes clusters. Software here is still nothing. I believe it's still scanning. Eventually it shows up. Data resources, that storage account, MySQL Server is here. Identity related, quite a bit critical permission, which we need to take a look. Kubernetes cluster, which is an interesting one. It shows missing permissions. So it might be not fully granted the right permission. We need to double check, but that will be a different topic. So we are using agentless scanning. But it does support using Helm to install agent on it, and you can run the command. It's missing Kubernetes connector, so we can create one, but not on this video. We're gonna talk about it in the future. This is a settings page. You can tune the settings for your cloud security related topics here. Now we got the cloud findings, we got the permissions, nothing here. Vulnerabilities, still nothing to show up. It takes some time. Malicious files, I don't think there's any. CI/CD, we didn't configure integration yet here. Policies, we don't have anything, but we do have built-in policies here. You can tune that and enable based on the environment you are using. You can custom your policy, add a custom policy here. Operation, this is automation. We don't have anything yet. Report, you can create your own report and then you can schedule it to run. There's an interesting icon here, says focus view. So you can see your cloud security overview for your cloud security, inventory, cloud findings, and also you can do like data security to see everything relating to your data. That's pretty much everything for this video. Just show you basic how Tenable Cloud Security can be easily set up to integrate with your Azure infrastructure. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumb up and subscribe my channel if you haven't. Thank you very much and see you in my next one.